We begin with the coronavirus pandemic. We are closing in on Mardi Gras weekend, and even though there are no parades this year, there are other carnival events sprouting up.
And that brings challenges for police to make sure those gatherings are not only safe, but COVID safe.
Gabby Easterwood spoke to Mobile Police Chief and other city officials. And Gabby, what are their main concerns?
Well, Devin, their main concerns are the obvious. People gathering downtown, not following those CDC guidelines, and possibly risking exposure. Of course, as we've reported before, they do have a plan to open up a large portion of the streets in the downtown area, including here on Dolphin Street. But the question is, are people going to comply, considering people have already been seeing problems with people not following those guidelines? This video taken last week of an impromptu walking Mardi Gras parade. Masks and social distancing not in sight. Other instances downtown painting the same picture. The mayor responding, saying in part, quote, "Even without floats and limited participation, any impromptu walking parade is problematic and dangerous for a number of reasons."
Plan for the worst. Hope for the best.
Mobile Police Chief Lawrence Batiste sat down with us today to talk about how these types of instances will be handled come Fat Tuesday.
We will have people that will try to operate outside the boundaries of what the social distancing and mask ordinance and the state guidelines happen to be. But the primary objective here, again, is to make sure that we create that safe environment for them. But we have not permitted any parades to take place.
Rather than make arrests, they plan on giving out citations for those who are not complying. Officers will have masks to hand out as well. Exposure to those officers being a concern too. Those already vaccinated being a smaller margin than you would think.
We're looking at somewhere roughly between 20 to maybe 25% of our personnel that have already been vaccinated.
Health officials urging everyone to just be cautious or stay home so the good times can roll in the future.
I don't know how many more ways to say it, that it is a fact that COVID spreads through gatherings, and the larger they are, the more spread occurs.
Now, you're probably also wondering about those plans over in New Orleans. Now, all of them over in New Orleans throughout the city limits and downtown area. They're not having any gatherings. They're closing down the streets and bars. Now, when it comes to here in Mobile, we're not doing that. And the decision can only come from the health officer of the county, not the police or the city. So this plan for them is really just trying to be proactive. Reporting live in downtown Mobile, I'm Gabby Easterwood, WKRG News 5.